Hello MotoGP enthusiasts,
and in the end,
welcome back
I
to
say always the same
ZNGP Today. As the Valencia MotoGP approaches, Marc Márquez has made a poignant statement regarding the ongoing crisis affecting many in Spain. The six-time champion emphasized that the focus should be on supporting individuals who have lost their homes rather than on the financial backing of racing circuits. His comments come amid significant challenges faced by many communities due to recent events. Ducati MotoGP boss Davide Tardozzi has expressed his belief that Francesco Bagnaia and Jorge Martin are undervalued and are performing at a level comparable to legends like Valentino Rossi, Casey Stoner, and Jorge Lorenzo. As the Malaysian Grand Prix approaches, the rivalry between Bagnaia and Martin intensifies, with just 17 points separating them and 2 rounds remaining in the championship battle. Jorge Martin has made it clear that he is fully focused on the upcoming Malaysian Grand Prix and the championship race, stating his determination to give his all on the track. In light of recent events in Valencia, where extreme weather has caused significant disruptions, Martin remains optimistic but realistic about the challenges ahead. Jack Miller has raised concerns about a loss of top speed in KTM's RC16 MotoGP bike due to recent aerodynamic upgrades. As the team prepares for the Malaysian Grand Prix, Miller reflects on the challenges faced and the adjustments made to regain performance. Don't forget to click subscribe button and the bell icon for MotoGP news update. Marc Márquez has taken a stand, urging authorities to prioritize aid for those affected by recent hardships in Spain over funding for the Valencia circuit. His remarks reflect a growing sentiment that, while motorsport holds importance, the immediate needs of individuals and families who have suffered loss should take precedence. Márquez stressed the importance of understanding the broader context of the situation, suggesting that the racing community can play a role in addressing these pressing social issues. We need to understand well the situation, but all the facilities need to go to those people. Quote from Marquez. His advocacy highlights the responsibility of those in the spotlight to recognize and respond to the needs of the community. The call for action comes in the wake of devastating events that have left many families in dire circumstances. With reports of homes lost and communities struggling, Marquez's comments resonate with a growing public demand for a more humanitarian approach. The Valencia MotoGP is not just a sporting event, it serves as a platform to raise awareness of the issues facing affected communities. Marquez's insistence on redirecting resources to support those in need underscores the responsibility of public figures to advocate for social justice. While motorsport brings excitement and economic benefits to regions, Marquez argues that its significance should not overshadow the pressing needs of the community. He called for a balanced approach that recognizes the role of sports in society, while ensuring that aid reaches those who need it most. His statement invites a broader discussion on how sporting events can contribute positively to local communities, emphasizing that support for individuals should always take priority over funding for facilities. In these moments, it's essential to support those who have lost their homes and rebuild their lives, Marquez concluded. As the Valencia MotoGP draws near, Marc Márquez's message serves as a reminder of the responsibilities that come with fame and success. His commitment to advocating for those affected by recent hardships highlights the importance of community support over the allure of motorsport. With his voice resonating beyond the track, there's hope that more attention will be directed toward rebuilding lives rather than solely focusing on racing circuits. In the lead-up to the Malaysian GP, Davide Tardozzi emphasized the exceptional talents of Francesco Bagnaia and Jorge Martin, asserting that they deserve recognition alongside some of MotoGP's greatest names. With the championship race heating up, Tardozzi pointed out that both riders exhibit incredible speed and skill in managing their machines. Total respect for the riders mentioned, but on the other hand I think Jorge and Pecco are undervalued from the people. I think that those riders, in this era, are on the same level. Quote from Tardozzi. Tardozzi's comments highlight a shifting perspective on the current generation of riders, placing them on par with historical champions. With only 2 rounds left in the 2024 MotoGP season, the pressure mounts as Jorge Martin can potentially clinch the championship at Sepang if he outperforms Bagnaia by 21 points. The stakes are high as both riders continue to showcase their talents in a closely contested battle, sparking discussions about their legacy in the sport. Tardozzi underscored the importance of their ongoing rivalry, noting how it adds depth to the current championship narrative. I think those riders are incredibly fast and are managing these kinds of bikes in the proper way. So, I think that they are champions like the past. As the season unfolds, the comparisons to past legends underscore the significance of this title fight in the context of MotoGP history. In another development, Tardozzi confirmed that there are no team orders in place for Enea Bastianini, who has expressed his intention to race independently as he battles for points in the championship. Bastianini is currently vying for a position against Marc Márquez for 3rd place in the standings. No, we haven't spoken with Enea. Enea is fighting with Marc for the 3rd position. So far each one of them is fighting for his own championship, his own position in the championship. Tardozzi concluded. Tardozzi's statement reflects Ducati's commitment to allowing their riders to compete freely, emphasizing that even the fight for 3rd place carries significant value in the championship context. As the Malaysian GP approaches, the narrative surrounding Francesco Bagnaia and Jorge Martin continues to evolve. With Davide Tardozzi championing their talent and the absence of team orders for Bastianini, the final rounds of the 2024 MotoGP season promise to deliver thrilling competition and potentially redefine the legacy of these modern champions. In a recent interview, Jorge Martin spoke about the devastating Dana weather event affecting Valencia. He expressed deep concern for those impacted and recognized the efforts of rescue teams working tirelessly in the aftermath. Regarding the Valencia Grand Prix, Martin acknowledged the uncertainty surrounding the event, noting the difficulties of racing in chest but remained hopeful for a resolution. Yes, the truth is that it has been a catastrophe. It is very sad to wake up to this news. A lot of support for the families and all those affected. I see Valencia as difficult, but I see it as complicated. We will see if there is a second race. I imagine there will be. Quote from Martin. His comments reflect a blend of empathy for the affected individuals and a professional focus on the upcoming races. As the championship race intensifies, Martin emphasized his commitment to focusing on his own performance rather than getting distracted by the competition. He expressed pride in being part of the battle against his teammate, Francesco Bagnaia. I don't care how Pecco is doing, I know how I am and I trust in my work. I'll try to fight until the end. This dedication underlines his belief in his capabilities and the importance of maintaining a strong mindset throughout the championship fight. Looking ahead to the race in Sepang, Martin made it clear that he will approach the competition with the same intensity that has brought him success thus far. He indicated that he would not hesitate to make aggressive moves if the opportunity arises. I will give 100%. I will attack with my head. I will give my best. If that means I have to pass Pecco, I will not hold back, Martin concluded. This determination speaks to his competitive spirit and readiness to seize any chance to gain an advantage in the championship standings. As Jorge Martin prepares for the Malaysian Grand Prix, his focus remains steadfast on delivering a top performance amidst the backdrop of challenges. With his commitment to fighting for every point and his readiness to compete fiercely against Bagnaia, the coming races promise to be thrilling as he strives for success in the championship. Jack Miller has revealed that KTM's latest aerodynamic package has impacted the top speed of their MotoGP bike. Despite the setback, he believes progress has been made in recent races, particularly at the Thai Grand Prix, where he finished 5th. We seem to have lost a little bit of that of late, and I feel like we gained that a little bit back on Sunday in Thailand. Quote from Miller. He detailed the efforts made to enhance the bike's performance, focusing on setup changes aimed at restoring top speed. Miller noted that the recent upgrades introduced at Misano have led to some positive handling characteristics, despite the decrease in top speed. Teammate Pedro Acosta echoed this sentiment, mentioning improved stability and turning ability. "It gives us a little bit more turning. Not wow, but a little bit. For this, we need to be happy with the changes." Quote from Acosta. Miller emphasized the need to carry forward the improvements from Thailand into the upcoming race in Sepang. "I feel like I've made some steps. Fingers crossed we can keep that rolling to this one," Miller added. Miller acknowledged that qualifying has been a weak point for the team and expressed the importance of working on this aspect to gain an advantage in the races. He is determined to enhance the bike's performance and is optimistic about the ongoing progress. "We need to work on qualifying. That's been our Achilles heel of late. We're heading in the right direction in terms of feel on the bike." Recent flooding in Valencia has raised questions about the possibility of concluding the MotoGP season in Sepang instead of the planned finale in Valencia. Miller voiced his support for an additional race, stressing the need for competitive integrity amid the championship battle between Francesco Bagnaia and Jorge Martin. He emphasized that the focus should be on supporting those affected by the flooding rather than prioritizing the race facilities. "I believe, the championship the way it is, we need to have another race, for sure, for the boys. Don't think the resources should be going to a racetrack for a race to be held. The most important thing is getting people somewhere nice and dry to sleep," Miller concluded. As KTM navigates the challenges posed by recent upgrades and external circumstances, Jack Miller's commitment to improving performance and prioritizing the well-being of those affected by the Valencia floods highlights the dual focus of racing and community responsibility. With the Malaysian Grand Prix on the horizon, all eyes will be on how KTM adapts to the changing landscape of the MotoGP Championship. Thanks for watching ZNGP Today, and this is your MotoGP news update. See you in the next video.